Does half a mom and half a mom make a whole mom? My mother's hands, always with a cigarette burning end to end. She rings the buzzer for the maid to bring her coffee in bed. The maid mutters under her breath, lazy, good for nothing, while the masseuse kneads her abundant flesh, rolling her eyes. I look on. Freshly polished, bright red her nails, navigating the cross street to the Upper East Side salon, her scant exercise. These hands hail taxis to the bridge club, to lunch with the ladies, to psychiatric appointments. They lay the cards out, playing solitaire on her baby blue filigree bedspread, while a cigarette burns to ash in the tile ashtray she made in occupational therapy at Gracie Square Hospital, where she nested for 2 years on a locked ward upstate. Watch these hands play with her hair. Mom, stop playing with your hair! She plays with the blonde streaked strands, pulling them over and over, cigarette in hand, staring vacantly, listening to taunting voices we cannot hear. Did these hands claw and seize as her body shook and shivered during numerous shock treatments which sent electric current surging through her body? Did they stroke my father's penis with shame? Shame for her body, which used to be beautiful. My father always said she was an Olivia de Havilland look-alike. She could have been Miss Jewish America. Now, her body, armored in fat, hides beneath a soiled nightgown. These hands long for loving touch from son, daughter, husband. Instead, they hear, "Gladys, get up for God's sake! What's wrong with you? Do something!" Earth to mom, earth to mom, come in, mom. These hands once wielded a tennis racket, caught fish on a camping trip, balanced a checkbook. Now they reach in the fridge at 3 a.m. to stuff her mouth with bagels, to feed her famished soul. These hands rally when my father is dying of liver cancer, mop his brow with mission. They read to me when I'm 3. They hold Baba the elephant. They tickle my back when I'm 8, readying for bed. "Oh, Mom, more, don't stop, don't stop." Finding purpose, they scramble eggs and salami for me, dry, overcooked, delicious, when I am home from school in grade 4. And finally, these hands, at the age of 76, hoist her obese body over the railing of a terrace that's 18 stories high at her friend's apartment on Park Avenue. The last time I see these hands, they are folded across her chest in the morgue. She has a Mona Lisa smile on her face, as if to say, I have found peace at last. These hands, my nanny's hands, my housekeeper, Mary, these are not the hands of a manicured and polished Upper East Side lady of leisure, not the hands of a pampered princess like my mom wanted me to be, not girly hands or sissy hands or ballerina's sculpted hands. They are rough and ready hands, tough, no nonsense, sensible for scrubbing, waxing floors, polishing silver, carrying groceries from Gristedes, shining the crystal chandelier above our dining table, always wearing the maid's uniform, light blue cotton, day in and day out. These hands, my mother said, are not fit for anything but washing dishes, scrubbing floors, making beds, ironing linens. Jobs clearly below our station. Mary slams cupboard doors all day long, cursing my mother for the extra work that my mother piles on. Lazy, good for nothing, lady of leisure. Mary, don't be mad. I'm not mad. I'll help you. No, your mother wouldn't like it. Please. Shh. Your mother'll hear. And she was right, of course. Hadn't my mother fired her when I was 8 for teaching me to iron? And then, when I packed my bags to leave as well, she unfired her. Nonetheless, every time I went home and rang the buzzer, I was terrified that Mary would have been fired, gone for good. Mary loved our dog, Dutchie. She petted, fed, brushed. Our dog, Dutchie, Mary's widow Tinter. The 3 of us snuggled in bed at night, watching Gunsmoke on her black and white Philco. They made minute steak and home fries and cucumber and lettuce salad with Miracle French dressing when my parents, mercifully, stepped out on Sunday nights, leaving us alone to watch Lassie at 7 p.m. and eat off TV tables. My nanny rolled my infant carriage through Central Park, and when passerbys would say, "Oh, what a beautiful baby you have," Mary would beam proudly, as if I were her own. She washed my ears in the tub so carrots won't grow. She pointed down there. "Wash your turkey trot, don't forget." She banged my head to give me curls. At the end of a long day, after I had done my homework in the ironing room of the maid's quarter, after Mary had cooked and then served burnt chicken and canned peas and Malamars off a silver filigreed tray, after she had done the dishes, "Oh, the girl likes to," my mother would say, she would tuck me in bed, the last hands to touch me and care for me before sleep arrived. With a say your prayers admonition, the first hands to coax me awake in the morning with a "drink your orange juice or you'll be bow-legged." These hands were the hands of a coal miner's daughter. raised in the mountains of central Pennsylvania, went through 8th grade and then worked in the mill. I suspect that these hands never stroked a lover in bed or fondled freely. She scrimped and saved for a white picket fence of her own someday, a dream never realized. On Wednesdays, her day off, she put soothed cold cream and Noxzema on her face, and she put on lipstick to go to her weekly ritual of window shopping at Macy's. These hands always pushed me away with a, "Shh, your mother will see." And long after my mother died, these hands became weaker, whiter, paler, as Mary's body bent and curled. As I said, I love you, over and over to her. These hands asked for little, never betrayed modesty, and never knew a daughter's touch, but they knew my touch, her surrogate daughter, her secret daughter we both wished she had had. These hands, these two sets of hands, did a very strange dance during the 40 years they lived together. When I was a child, they pulled and pushed and scratched and snarled. "Come into my bedroom, my beautiful daughter. I love you. Give mommy a kiss. We'll go to Bergdorf's and buy you a dress. Go into your mother's room. Tell her that you love her." "But I don't. I love you. You're my mother." "Shh, your mother will hear." Long after my brother and I left home, long after my father had died, as these hands aged, both sets, this hand would come down to the lobby and say to the doorman, "Mary set the house on fire. She poisoned the water." And this hand would come down and gently guide her upstairs again. "Mrs. Paley, everything will be all right. Come upstairs. You'll be okay." The night my mother died, Mary said, "It's my fault. I should have been there for her. I promised your father I would take care of her, and look what happened." "No, Mary, no. It wasn't your fault. It was nobody's fault. My mother was sick for a very long time. Thank you for taking care of us, of my family, of my father, of me. I don't know what we would have done without you. Mom, I know you're resting in peace. Blessings on your soul."